Oh yeah, I have it on my phone, which is in my bag.
Okay, I'll grab it.
Thanks.
Is it turned on?
The stream, I just turned it on.
Well, can I get your thumb?
Oh, what? I already
Just remove your thumb.
did that once.
So if your thumb, please, sir. It's great, sir. You should make a mold of it.
Thanks. I missed a call.
Cut off your phone. Vince, no ride right
Okay,
now?
which is whose?
You wanna go?
Those are yours.
Okay.
Classic
Okay,
beef
well,
and
maybe
cheddar.
later. I've got some laundry to do anyway.
Jalapeno hush puppies.
Ooh, yummy.
Here we go. Sure, thanks.
Oh no. Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it?
Was he purring when you took him out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Hello, everyone.
Have you uploaded this?
I've sent it a few places, but I don't know if it's like publicly uploaded anywhere. I should do that though.
Yeah, it should be. I want to show this to people. It's adorable.
Yeah. Showing her a picture of
Video?
Vince. Video of Vince, my larger cat, getting spun around in a laundry basket, which is one of his favorite games.
And it's
It's like
adorable.
the time
It
where it's
is.
just rotating on top of the cat tree.
Anyway, we're running a little late tonight. As you can see, we have dinner here. We have not eaten yet.
It's dinner and a show.
Yes, our dinner, not yours. I will do my best to clear this off as quickly as possible so that we can begin Kentucky Route Zero. Having a special show tonight because TJ is back. Yay! For a week at least.
You did not
Ish.
travel
Little
to
over a
Kentucky.
Little over a week.
Yeah.
Well,
You did not travel through Kentucky to get here.
nope.
Fortunately.
And definitely not via the zero.
I did have to travel on planes. Dallas to Oklahoma is a really pointless flight. You get about 5 minutes of cruise time and then you have to start descending again. And there was turbulence, like there was on both flights.
What's they call it? 20
wasn't
minutes
fun.
up, 20 minutes down?
Yeah, basically. It took as long to get from Dallas to Oklahoma City after that flight took off as it took my mom to leave her house and get to the airport, park, and come in to pick me up. No, she left when she got the notification that the plane took off because it left a little early.
Mm-hmm.
She got there, she parked, she came inside, waited about 2 minutes before I showed up.
And that's why we used to have an Amtrak, because it's a silly thing for a jetliner to do.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean used to?
Yeah,
I guess it still exists.
the train still runs between
Okay,
here.
Is it
Okay,
a
good.
weakened state?
Mm-hmm.
I was confused for a minute. I hadn't heard anything about it stopping.
I just wish it ran more frequently.
Were there napkins?
I hope so.
Oh, there are the napkins.
I do the file.
They're
Yeah,
going in
fine.
the bag. Here, each.
Here's a.
Thank you. Reach is not one of my feats.
Yay, piles.
What?
Big piles of napkins.
Why does the potato cake holder say that they're friends of ocean meat? Oh, Alaska pollock.
Mm.
I guess
Ocean
because
meat.
sometimes those hold isosceles fish slabs.
Here, buddies.
Good luck last time.
And a sandwich full of tender party beefs. Or was it silent party beefs?
I think it was silent party beefs.
I think it was.
3, 2, 1, it's dirt rockets.
It's probably not safe to share on the stream, But while we're waiting, we will entertain ourselves with
Are we going down to Liartown?
we are going down to Liartown.
So basically, we're going to be jerks
Mm-hmm.
by laughing at things that people can't see.
Well, I mean, we can't do much else while we're eating.
You are a terrible person.
I can't help it that we were running late.
Well, technically,
Well, maybe a
Yeah,
little.
there's
Yes,
things
you can.
could have done to run less late.
Mm-hmm.
The food would have been exactly as late because I think something caught fire in Arby's. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
They had difficulty.
Mm-mm.
was it full of smoke?
No, it's just it took a while. Underwing lightning. Squirrel.
Bird parachutes.
The flapper.
Bird dazzlers. I would bedazzle a bird.
Wait, those lights are for putting out a bird?
Yes.
I thought that was a model plane.
No.
That's
oh,
a bird.
boy. And designer purchase, including Iron Man. Why would you get? Why would you get infrared goggles for Rock?
Why wouldn't you?
They already have an unfair advantage.
We're about to make it even less fair.
Mad eyes and flight.
Boots.
Fucking socks, owls, eagles. That's 1997. Road class bird gear.
Well, I trust nature to protect their most precious tools.
Yeah, chat. One of these days, Windows is going to finish configuring Windows updates. There will be a day when this happens.
If it wouldn't make me a terrible actual bird owner, most of those are fake falconry accessories I would totally buy.
Excuse me.
No.
Wow, excuse me.
Yeah,
Oh,
some
that got
bad
up my
spins
nose.
From a peregrine.
Ow.
There's no excuse for that one.
How'd you get spinners on a bird? Where would they go?
Right. Spinners.
On what axis would they rotate?
I don't know. Maybe under their wings.
Are those pressure cookers? Was that a horseshoe crab?
Okay.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm done eating.
They successfully
sitting on a
didn't
thing.
say anything.
So, let's get this set up here.
Let's take the show
What?
and put it over there.
Broforce.
Why is there an alien game called Broforce?
I think it's a. The game is called Broforce, and it's got aliens in it.
Ah,
Yeah, but why is there a game called Broforce? I feel like this is still a really legitimate question.
I don't know.
well, you know how frats were in the early 2000s? I'm not sure it didn't change much.
I try not to think much about the early 2000s.
Generally a wise course of action. In fact, most of that decade was just kind of...
Just kind of a
Actually-
squeaker?
And now that I think about it, that's probably because I was about 11 or 12 at the time. I don't even want to hear it.
About us being 15 to 20 or some such?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Is it not bringing itself up?
No, it did. I just need to switch to this.
Yeah, excuse me, I just need to go, like, buy a Lincoln Town and Country and tell some kids to leave the place.
And undo that. File, add game, Kentucky Route 0.
Cat stealing the chair.
Well, it's not like I'm
Ow.
using it. Also, I need to fix this. Wait. I don't need... I was about to go in and fix the cropping on the camera image, when really all I need to do is point it up. Low-tech solutions.
That's a lot easier than fixing the cropping.
There's a problem
Yeah.
with the camera view. Let's do everything but touch the camera itself.
Right.
That'll
Okay.
fix it.
We're
should
not
be
touching
good to
it.
go
We're
now.
not touching it.
Yep, that's probably barely legible because
It's very tiny.
it's very small text.
Oh, it's hard to read from here.
Yep.
The bottom word says quit.
Are you having problems?
Yeah. Would you mind if I took over the table
Oh.
here?
Oh, no.
Cool.
No, I forgot that you use this.
It's cool.
I'll
The
move
the,
my
the, the, the
sandwich
drink
here.
we can find space for.
Or I can, put it on the floor.
Yeah, the drink will be fine. The sandwich just might.
Well, the
So-
sandwich can go there.
Okay, that works. Okay. Let me.
Yeah.
Watch your
Just
footsies.
move the thing.
Okay.
I think my footsies will survive being tapped by cardboard.
All right. Now there is room for
They're
your.
not that delicate.
Now there is room for your drink on the thing. Might need to turn it up. Equus oils?
Yep.
You'll see why shortly.
Is it like Philips, I guess? They're the ones with the Pegasus. Right? Philips 66?
The only logos I've ever seen are the 66.
An old hound and a straw hat. Both have seen better days.
That's so cute.
Uh-huh. A moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side are the words Lissette's Antiques, Furniture, Glassware, Curiosities.
Same text. You have over the sign? Oh.
Oh, there we
okay,
go.
You just have to get closer.
Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray and his glasses darkened. Damn, did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles. I don't know, beer bottles, whiskey. Lost a tire or something and spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. I hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? His name is Homer. Her name is Blue. Wait, Conway?
Yeah.
Twitty.
Was this game made by the same people as Gunpoint?
I don't remember.
Because, yeah, that was the name of the main character in Gunpoint as well.
Are you Google or am I Google?
I am Google.
Alright. Oh, hey, dialogue options.
Yes.
Who made Gunpoint?
Dog is blue.
I don't remember.
No.
Let's
2x
name the dog
Google
blue.
combo.
What?
Let's name the dog blue.
That's what I was thinking. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. I used to know a dog like that. Hey, here's some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it.
Cardboard computer.
Getting late, right? I can feel the sun on my neck. I bet it's just a few feet off the horizon.
Second one.
Yeah, it's the... Oh, wait. I've got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. Yeah, it's the truth. You have got to stop and breathe in that road. I bet while you're out driving, you let your eyes wander up the tree line and you just... Well, I bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph.
Lord Bopper is correct. It was not made by them. They are a cardboard computer, and Gunpoint was made by Suspicious Developments.
Let's go for the middle one.
Right? How long have you been working here? I've been working here a number of years. It's pretty okay. You know, I have an advanced degree and a few publications. It's pretty okay here. Listen, you and Blue would have been driving up and down 65 all night. Dogwood Drive is on the other side of... Well, to get there, you've got to take the 0. Interesting.
Mouse over that text. Is that a clue to click on it, or no?
No.
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, no,
Oh,
this is just
clicking in
continuing.
that box
Yeah.
is a continue. Okay.
The 0 is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up directions. You'll have to head down into the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. I'll be happy to have those whining lights back up anyway. It's too damn quiet out here. The basement door is back there in the office. Appreciate your help, friend. Oh, and here, take this lamp. It gets dark.
You might get eaten by
When
a
the
bird.
lights are out, you don't say.
Huh. The move icon is a horseshoe.
Oh, that's cute.
In the basement.
There's some dudes.
Basement people. Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice, and highway maps cover the tabletop. Conway clears his throat.
Bottom one.
Oh, sorry, didn't know there was anyone down here.
In the pitch darkness.
I'm eating.
Oh, okay.
You can't rely on me for this.
Oh, okay.
Not until I finish the sandwich.
Okay. Did you hear something? No. Sorry, I was looking at the rules again. It gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? That means you get to pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. So it's your turn now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? I don't see it. Did you drop it? Should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark.
I do have a bunch after that.
Yep.
Where did you go, D20?
Maybe you have to go further into the basement.
Sounds like.
A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gasoline. 2. No consumption of beer or spirits on the premises. 3. In case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax, count backwards from 5. 4. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour.
Okay. Oh, maybe turn the light off here.
There it
Yeah.
is. Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. It's just a small piece of plastic, but it has reassuring, almost comforting weight. He places the object in his jacket pocket.
I don't know, Lord Bobry. I know you know their names. It's not like they said them with their words. Maybe they're wearing name tags. Hey, basement
They're gone.
people. Surface of the table is bad.
Leave it on the table.
Conway places the 20-sided die on the table.
Do something to break. Horse.
Oh my god.
What?
Energy horse.
Look at the shape of the whole thing.
Whoa! It is a horse.
Okay, that's kind of awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Gas horse. Horse station?
Gas horse. Gas horse. Gas horse. It's
It's
gas.
gas. There it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep.
Yeah, ask about it.
There were some people down in your basement playing some kind of game, but they're gone now. In the basement? No, I don't think so. Maybe that lamplight was playing tricks on you, huh? Well, strange things happen underground, especially in the dark. So, computers in the office. You're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around those roads. She'll get you to the 0. The password is, damn, I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know? It's kind of long, kind of like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it all up. You'll figure it out. Oh, it still says the same thing.
I feel like it was probably a good idea to leave the die behind.
Hmm.
The
Conway
computer's referee.
Computer user. Typing Joseph. At least I would guess so.
Yeah.
Joseph. Password. The stars drop away, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that sounds likely.
The moon throbs.
Yeah.
The lights whine. Password accepted.
Yay.
How's it going in there? Figuring it all out? Sure you are. Games. Games is not real.
Wow, computer.
Had-
Messages?
Messages. Message 1 is from Donald at hotmic.mail. Message 2 is from accounts at consolidated.mail.
Start with message 1. Why not?
Subject fragments dim of lovely forms. Joseph, I know it's been a while, and I know you're still sore, but there's a whole world in here, and we need your help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp, and we are old and lame. Never mind, I can't remember why I even started writing this. I miss those days in the lab with you and our dear Lula. Maybe you found your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. End of message.
Alright, message 2.
Account standing, urgent. Dear Equus Oils, this is an urgent automated message that your account is overdue by more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliability Dirty Power Plus plan. Consider making a payment immediately to obviate the need for us to switch you to Sustained Brownout Select. Sincerely, your friends at the Consolidated Power Co.
Sustained brownout. Because we hate your equipment.
I suspect that they like his bills paid.
Address book. Marquez. Marquez residence, 100 Macondo Lane. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain there. Can't miss it.
The ugly tree that's always on fire. So annoying. Constantly.
This is getting weird already.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I wonder what the address book says about 0.
Got it? Out there on Macondo somewhere, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, while you were down there, I loaded that old TV of mine into your truck. I borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a number of years ago. And now that the power is all weird over here, I can't pick up anything but static in public access anyway. She was always more of a reader, but maybe she'd want it back at home. It's a nice TV.
No wondering what the computer had to say about 0?
Well, it booted me right out of the computer anyway.
Alright.
So,
Like one says, Consolidated Power's electric plans brought to you by the consultants who named Escargot Express.
Conway scratches behind Blue's right ear. How's it going, Blue? What do you think of this place? It's odd, I never noticed it driving by. How about a treat?
Now we're saving for later.
Let's go ahead and feed it to her.
Yeah.
He reminds me a bit of your old man Ira. He was a good man, a good boss.
Chatting with the dog. Revealing backstory by talking with the dog.
Conway doesn't want to stay any longer. Okay, so it was northeast on 65.
Yep. You pretty much can't miss the burning tree.
Is the burning tree on the map? That looks
Yep.
like it. A tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. And it was take a left.
That was the only way you could go, really.
Marquez Farmhouse. Pretty dark out here, huh? Maybe you better stay down here where it's lit. The street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill.
So many frogs.
Is Blue trying to follow you or gonna go sit by the... Okay, she's gonna go hang out by the lamppost. Yeah, she's sitting down.
A family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Nowakowski, Padilla, Marquez. I wasn't sure where it was from necessarily. Nowakowski is hardly Spanish.
That's a weird family.
Nowakowski's could have lived there before the Marquezes.
Mm-hmm.
Light switch question mark?
I was just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? Sure, it's a nice house.
Did we see it now?
I know. I like the large beams that run across the ceilings. I like to sit in the house and think of the hills and bluffs surrounding us like a cradle. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed, and we built this one. It was very expensive, and we got quite underwater. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult, or do you like it very much? I was once a mathematician. Are you looking for something in particular here? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. I believe it's hard times for a small antique shop. It's hard times everywhere, even out here on our little farm. My parents stopped paying the bank a while back. I shouldn't even be here, but I just stayed. I have some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. Actually, I have a TV here that I think belongs to you. Will you please set it up? Then I can explain to you how to get where you're going. The zero. I know. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting it up. Is it a foreign object to you? Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch television?
First one.
Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static. I know about that. She was ill, wasn't she? Mentally, I mean. Kind of distant, fearful.
Keep going with the top one.
Fearful, yeah, that's a way to put it. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised, are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television.
Dilapidated vine. Weird squirrel. ghost horses.
Hey, wake up. You spaced out for a minute there. That one?
Yeah.
What do you keep out in that barn? Used to be tools and feed, then books. Now I think it's mostly spiders.
That's a good place to keep spiders.
That TV is picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. Your cousin? That's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. She has a workshop up north a ways, by the lake, right where Peonia and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with the Zero. I'd much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV, but I'll get you headed the right way. So it's pretty easy. Get back down on 65 heading north, then take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the Zero is basically inevitable. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. Okay, so Peonia and Wax is where her cousin is.
Weird dialogue.
Yeah, let's go see her cousin.
Where'd she go?
I'm pretty sure she's dead or something.
Well, the car is also gone.
The car was parked there in
Here.
the dark, though. I'm pretty sure the car was in front of the middle of the
I think
house.
things on that sink.
Not while he's walking, you can't. Yeah, the car's not there.
There's some horses out there behind the house. Remember the horses you and Lisette and Ira had?
Yeah.
Yours didn't like to sleep in the barn either. I kind of like this. And I feel like I'd be missing something if I didn't stick around to listen to the song. Well, let's move on. Okay, so now Wax and Peonia. Which way was that?
I don't know.
I also don't know.
It doesn't show you any of the other street names.
You need a limb factory, I know that.
Let's go west. Because you have to go along 65 to get to the thingy.
Mhm.
So we may as well go this way.
Museum?
Hey, let's go to the museum.
Sign in front of the building just reads museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open.
Yeah, let's
Sure.
go.
A few feet inside the museum doors, the ambient sound of the highway drops sharply away. The room is cold, dark, and still. A book lies open on a table in the center of the room. An open hallway extends to the left. Large glass doors bar the path ahead. Look at the book. There's no title on the book's spine or cover. A 3-word phrase written in pencil on the first page is smudged and indecipherable. On the first page, someone has left an ink drawing of a horse. Several dozen blank pages later, at the end of the book, is an elaborate ink drawing of a one-legged man working an antique adding machine surrounded by whiskey bottles. Walk to the hallway. Conway's steps echo against the hallway's marble floor and arched ceilings. Plexiglass boxes line the walls. The hallway dead ends on a darkened display case. The display case is several yards wide, but just a few feet off the ground. It's unlit, and back in this corner of the darkened museum, very little moonlight creeps in. A gold-plated plaque on the surface of the case is a bit easier to read. It recounts a short history of fowl hunting in the region, and then speculates abruptly about the nature of addiction. The first box, just a few feet into the hall, contains an assortment of bird wings. Some are missing feathers. One large, brightly colored wing almost glows in the moonlight. Its feathers are intact, but a piece of bone pokes awkwardly out from the tip.
No, continue looking.
Oh, there was continue looking?
There are more boxes.
Oh, okay. Let's go back down the hallway.
You might be able to see more boxes. Maybe you have to do them in order, or is it
No,
because
it's
it only
just the
shows
same
you
thing.
The first box. Oh well. Back to the entrance through the doors.
The glass doors won't budge. To apply any more force would likely break them.
I don't know if we want to break the doors.
Yeah, I don't think we want to break the door.
Let's not be jerks.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll come back later.
Yes.
Circle around to the left.
To the left. Okay.
Is there anything at the
Church.
dead ends? Yeah, let's check out the church first, but then I'm curious if there's anything where the road turns off.
A singing chorus echoes from within the church. The building is 1 story tall with a pitched roof and a 3-story spire rising from the front. The top section of the spire is made of stained glass. An interior light illuminates the pines in red, green, and blue. A large LED display glows in the parking lot. Light of the Last Great Awakening Baptist Church.
Listen, I think. Maybe
Listen.
we'll go in.
The muffled chorus drones at a steady volume, repeating the same 2 verses without rest.
Do we really want to go into the church? Okay, let's go into the church. But I'm questioning this.
The front doors of the church are modest and worn. They are locked. Walk around to the rear of the building. A ramp leads up from a few dusty metal trash cans to the church's back door.
What's in the trash?
Ness found a burger in the trash.
A leafy and rotten burger.
One has a bit of something leafy and rotten stuck to the bottom of it. Another is full of unlabeled videotapes. Huh.
Uh-huh.
He finds himself in a kitchen lit by a buzzing fluorescent ceiling fixture. On the counter are a plate of moldy bread and an empty Dixie cup flecked red around its waxy rim. A set of swinging plastic doors on the far wall lead out of the kitchen. Vacant pews sprawl unevenly into the church. A small raised stage lies to Conway's right, bare except for a tape recorder. The tape recorder's power cord runs to an outlet near Conway's feet. I kind of don't want to unplug the tape recorder. Like that feels like that's when creepy stuff happens.
Yeah, you don't leave hymns running in an empty church unless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's a reason you need to.
Yeah. That's another thing to maybe investigate later, but I think we're best off leaving that play.
Mm-hmm. Oh, can't even go that way.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a little grayed out. Oh well.
Anyway, I think that this way, she was saying north of the lake, right?
I think so.
I think this is the lake.
That looks like it, yes. At least I assume that the dotted moving line is a river.
Ah, yeah, that would make sense too.
Smells like river.
Or maybe this is the lake.
That's part lake.
Yeah, if that's a river, then that's got to be a lake.
Yeah.
Then what's the patched area?
I don't know, like a park or something?
Oh, maybe it's like a river plain.
Bait shop.
Found the bot shop.
Conway pulls into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, "Live bait, minnows small and also large for stripers, night crawlers, chips and beer." A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and then eventually trees. The bait shop is open.
Read the flyer.
Computer printed type in a bold font surrounds a clip art illustration of a TV set. The TV has eyes, arms, and legs. Its shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against its wire antenna.
Yep, we're at the right place.
TV repair, no model too old, inquire within. We do not sell digital converter boxes.
I can't believe how well that was described. Like, I can see that computer.
Mm-hmm. Narrow aisles, crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks, divide the shop lengthwise from the entrance to the cashier's counter. The left wall is lined with churning tanks of water.
Two Kerbals still in their spacesuits are examining the snacks.
The three metal tanks aren't labeled, and the water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside each one. The contents of the first tank are vaguely gray. The second is a muddy pink. The third is clear, but shiny silver flecks occasionally flash along its surface.
Don't touch the fish.
Yeah, we don't need to touch the fish.
Don't be a jerk to fish.
Approach the counter. A wiry cashier stands behind the register, preoccupied with a Sudoku puzzle.
There's no honor in that.
Ask about Shannon Marquez's workshop. A handwritten sign on the door behind the counter reads, "TV repairs by appointment. Please consult with cashier." The cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits, occasionally glancing at his puzzle. After a few moments with no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign, reads it, then points it out to Conway. Read the note on the workshop door. "Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I will see you there or what. Ready either way. Shannon." Old mine.
Okay.
Well, ask about the basketball game. An AM sportscast is playing, but Conway can't be sure if it's meant to answer or to drown out his questions.
Okay, wait, hang on. I can't really make out any of it.
Yeah, it sounds like a sportscast.
Yeah.
I think they're all spellcraft. Yeah, they've made me casting sports. Nightcrawlers, chips, and beer.
Well, when the circus stops working out for you.
All right.
No.
Where is
Yeah.
the mine?
At least she's not meeting her at the old mine.
Maybe it's on that middle road. No,
Where?
the one
Here?
between those two, yes. Or maybe there's something in the middle road. Nope.
Or maybe the middle road was only there to give you the middle finger.
Oh.
Maybe there's something up here. No, can't go that way. Airplane.
Airplane.
Jefferson?
Airplane. Two shirtless, shoeless men push a light aircraft along the highway. Occasionally, one or the other slips a bit on the sweating asphalt or stops to pull back his hair. The men are nearly broken. The rubber is almost worn away. Soon these men will be dragging this airplane.
Maybe if you get closer. Can you get closer?
Nope. That's all there is here.
What the Bafarto?
Okay.
What happens if you let them finish? Maybe stick around for a
they're
bit.
Probably just gonna drag it out of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh then.
Mm-hmm.
That took place.
It sure did. A thing happened.
Oh, Nolan
Oh,
Dam
it tells
Road.
you what road you're on. Okay.
Gap Hill Road. Cub Run Highway. Guitar player.
Hey.
A young man in gray-stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He is playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug, and to his right, a weathered dog. Pet the dog?
Pet the dog.
The dog closes its eyes and pretends to be asleep. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word.
Listen. Then give him money.
The young man whistles hoarsely, stops playing the guitar, then looks up at Conway. He rambles for a few minutes about the weather, the dog, and his music, then returns to playing. As he walks back to his truck, Conway finds that he can hardly remember a word the young man spoke.
Yeah, maybe
Weathered
we
mug
should.
and a blue dog.
I didn't realize that listening was going to take the give him $1 option away. Thought you could listen and then give him $1.
Oh well.
Yeah, maybe it's across the highway.
There's a factory.
The Severed Limb Factory?
Almost definitely.
Whoops. Okay, well, we gotta go around this way. A creek runs alongside the highway and then turns toward a dirty brick building. A grinding drone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate smokestacks. At the edge of the building's parking lot, a large sign, partly obscured by trees, reads Artificial Limb Factory.
Yep, Severed Limb Factory.
Yeah, let's investigate over this way. Charlie Moran Highway. Dixie Highway. Yeah, north and then south, I think, because otherwise you're gonna have to come up and complete
Oh, yeah,
that
good
loop
point.
again.
On-ramp? That might be for Route 0. Considering
Yeah, and
The
the
directions.
mine icon too.
mine icon?
Minecon.
That's a mine.
Is it?
Entrance. Yeah, you know the entrances are propped up so that you can like enter the tunnel that's a little higher up in the hill.
Oh, okay.
That looks like the fronting to a mine. So I think we should maybe keep exploring down here.
Yeah.
Roanoke Road. Jackson Highway.
Are these really dead ends, or are these just places where you run out of Kentucky?
Could be either one.
I think it's actual dead ends. Ah, this one will let you go down it though. But only so far.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Cumberland Parkway. Scottsville
Another
Road.
lake. Scootsville.
Barren River Wreck. The exterior of the Barren River Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation.
That's a mouthful.
Uh-huh. The BREC is a dingy beige, sprinkled with fading graffiti. The front door hangs open from a broken hinge. The windows are dark.
Look in first.
Conway looks in a window. The windows are too dirty to see anything inside but a few dim shapes. Furniture, maybe, or livestock.
Inside the electric company? Oh, well, the door's open.
Yeah. The room feels empty with no furniture other than the built-in front desk, host to a disconnected telephone and a few empty beer cans. Meandering lines of color have been spray-painted along the walls.
There could be certain kinds of Pokemon, like Voltorbs, Magnemites.
Behind the desk, a hallway leads into darkness.
Okay.
Let's pick up the telephone.
That doesn't match the windows. The windows said that there were shapes in there.
Yeah. There's no dial tone. The phone is disconnected. Listen closer. With the phone pressed close to his ear, Conway can hear a thin, quiet roar like the ocean or the highway. Oh. The hallway passes several smaller office doors. It quickly disappears into darkness. Something is glowing in the distance, barely. Let's try an office door or two.
Yeah, and then let's go to the end of the hall.
Mm-hmm. One of the office doors is still locked. Another has been broken open, the door handle bent awkwardly inwards and embedded in the wood, but it's jammed against a filing cabinet. On closer inspection through the crack in the door, the whole room is filled with filing cabinets and other disused furniture. The hallway passes several smaller office doors. Okay, back to that.
Same description.
Yep. The door at the far end of the hallway is tightly closed, but a warm glow bleeds in from its edges. The handle is loose and the door swings open easily. The hallway fills with warmth, light, and the smells of smoke and coffee. About a dozen men and women sit around a campfire in the middle of a large room. Cubicle walls have been cut into pieces, some leaning up against the walls and some arranged into stacks of firewood. One of the women waves to Conway and offers him an empty chair. It's missing wheels, but it's comfortable and easily adjustable to his height. Someone takes a pot hung above the fire and pours coffee into a styrofoam cup. Conway accepts it, and they all return to watching the fire. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't go that way.
Squatters, but chill squatters.
Mm-hmm. Old Bowling Green Road. Diner.
Hey.
The diner doesn't appear to have a name. A vinyl banner slung above the door simply reads 24 hours. It only has one window, behind which the blinds are tightly closed. Try the door. The door swings open easily. A bell rings nearby. The interior of the diner is pitch black.
Yeah, wait a moment.
Wait a moment to adjust to the darkness. A bit of errant light from the nearby highway creeps through the open door, and gradually Conway is able to make out a few figures inside. Two old men in trucker hats sit in a corner booth with a checkers board set on the table between them. A young woman standing behind the counter in an apron must be a waitress. The cook stares blankly from the kitchen. The door slams shut and the room is dark again. Sit down at the counter.
I'm
Sure.
concerned by the way it said the other option is try to open the door and leave.
Let's check out the ghostly spoon.
Yeah, let's go ahead and sit down at the counter.
Conway walks in the direction of the counter. He hits his knee on something hard and metallic, winces quietly, then carefully finds his way to a stool. He places his hand on the counter. Another hand, a young woman's, rests itself on his. She guides his fingers to a laminated menu. Conway closes his eyes, opens them, maybe closes them again. Impossible to differentiate.
Ask her about the basketball game.
The Wildcats are struggling, but today's was an important game. They could have rallied. Perhaps the waitress heard the game from the kitchen, or maybe she's a fan herself. Conway clears his throat. He feels a warm hand against his cheek and freezes. Her fingers run across the stubble of his chin. He feels like apologizing. She leans forward, and so does he. Huh.
Well then, that was an interesting encounter. Wonder what happened if you asked about waffles.
Interesting.
Well, it's definitely a river. You can see it flowing.
Yeah, there's still some ground to cover south of 65, but yeah, let's check these out. Those are dead ends.
Oop,
Oh.
that was a thing. Where was it?
South.
Ah.
Another electric company.
Mm-hmm. The office of the Buffalo Creek Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is almost invisible from the road. Its parking lot overgrown with weeds and its facade sheltered by ivy.
They're probably not bringing anyone the power.
A sinewy shadow obstructs the view through the window.
Okay.
Sinewy.
The floor is loosely covered in dirt. Parts of the carpet have rotted with exposure to rain. Mild mushrooms grow in some corners of the room. The wall behind the front desk has been mostly rotted away. It looks fragile.
It was probably like vines or something in front of the window then,
Push through the back wall.
I hope.
Conway finds himself in what may have once been a conference room. The floor has fallen away in places and filled with a dark green mire. The walls of the conference room are decayed and damaged.
You know it's tentacles.
Hulk smash!
Push through another wall. The drywall dissolves as Conway pushes through it, falling in damp clumps in the marsh.
Ew.
He breaks through into a long hallway. The glow of a bioluminescent fungus casts a faint blush on the walls. Conway has the feeling he has interrupted something. After a moment of silence, the frog chorus resumes.
Frogs! Yay! We found frogs.
Win or lose, sink or swim.
Damn it.
One thing is certain, we'll never give in.
Damn it, damn it,
Arm in arm, hand in hand,
damn it,
we all stand together.
damn it, damn it, damn it.
I hope somebody watching got that reference.
I was rocking the rivets.
You were.
Dragonflies.
These fly dragons.
The truck jerks the shoulder, nearly run off the road by a swarm of dragonflies. Their wings breed beefly.
What's your name? I'm Breet Beefly.
Their wings beat briefly in the headlights and disappear into the night.
That was interesting.
Always on fire.
A tall black oak burns on a hill above the road.
There's no one do anything about
Where is that mine?
We already found it.
We did?
Yeah.
I thought that was the on-ramp to the Highway 0.
Yes, but that's also a mine indicator, which means that
Huh.
Route 0 is probably also the way to the old mine.
Oh, okay.
What do you
Well,
find the way to
let's
Route 0?
see what else might be this way.
Yeah, I think this is the last section we really have yet to cover. Bacon Creek.
Delicious. Wait, wasn't there like a mammoth cavey thing somewhere? Like a mammoth.
It was the name of the road,
Okay.
even though we've
Which
gone-
makes sense because there's a legend in Kentucky about an actual Route 0 running through Mammoth Cave. That's where the concept of the game came from. Plot o'clock! Elkhorn. Is Randy Thrandy here?
Let's talk to Blue.
How's it going, Blue? Hey, you got something on your hat. Did you pick that up on the road?
No, go with the flowers.
That one?
Yeah.
Been digging in Lisette's flowers again?
Top one.
She just can't keep you out of there, can she?
That is not promising.
What?
Did you not notice it lurching back and forth?
Oh.
There, yeah, that structure is... No, Blue, stay out from under there.
Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear.
What?
Like, one of the giant
Oh.
early 90s. She's not talking into a brick.
I was imagining a cell phone made of bricks.
Not
like
that you're
a
aware.
Lego phone.
And now I want to get, okay, so you know how they have the Bluetooth handsets that look like the really old telephone?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I want to get
Or a
one
banana.
that's a brick.
Yeah, also, you don't know for sure that she is not literally speaking into a brick.
Well, no,
That's
I
true.
I can tell from here. It looks like a really old cell phone.
Yeah, I can see the antenna and everything.
There could be a brick painted to look like a cell phone.
And now we're talking for Shannon.
Middle.
Yeah, it kind of is an emergency.
Phone inaudible. Go with, I guess he can't kick me out for another week or two. Inaudible. But yes, and I appreciate that, but forget it. Bye.
Shannon hangs up the phone and puts it away. No work tomorrow.
Out a stranger. I'm a dog.
Oh, hey, we reversed it.
Yeah. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on and I'm looking for the on-ramp to... That one makes more sense, but
Are you here to
given
kick
her
me off
cousin...
the ghost
Yeah.
property?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean.
No, that's not what I mean.
Well, okay, I've run across a few people who acted like ghosts. Kinda there, kinda somewhere else.
Me too.
Oh yeah? Is that what led you down here?
Yes. Let's see where this goes.
So, I guess this place must be pretty important. Maybe I'm in the right place after all. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lisette's Antiques, and I'm out trying to finish this job.
You're making a delivery to the mine?
Oh, no. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing that address before. Now I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady named Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way, and so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway with... What? Oh, sorry, that's you.
Whatever. Yes.
Weaver Marquez, do you know her?
So you saw her tonight. Yeah, I know Weaver. She's my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez.
Oh, you're the one who fixes televisions.
That's right. Did she tell you that too? Of course she did. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere, and we'd be hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying, and then my dad walked in the door, just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion into wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. At the time, I thought she meant it as a riddle or a puzzle. but Weaver's not a puzzle. She's a mystery. The second one.
So what are you doing down here, Shannon?
I talked to Weaver earlier this evening, too. Or, anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for.
What are you looking for?
Now let's go with where did you see
What are
Weaver?
you running
Okay.
from?
Where did you see Weaver?
At my workshop. She just appeared. I hadn't seen her since a long time. It's not such a bad thing, you showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're gonna go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we've got to keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. I've got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out up ahead, do some analysis, and figure out what kind of topology we're up against.
Topology, okay.
Topology. That's the science of continuous space, my friend. The way this twisty maze of passages fits together.
Maze of twisty little passages all alike. Look out for grooves.
This is interesting. I
Yeah.
like it.
Stay put, Blue. Below is no place for a dog.
Poor Blue. Now, Blue's probably gonna come, yeah. A couple times she's come a little closer and found a spot to sit down and wait.
Mm-hmm.
PA, huh?
That runs into the... Oh, sorry.
That runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works?
A little light on the front of it is off.
Ah.
Yeah, go with that.
I like the only one way to find out.
No, there's
Only
no
one way to
power.
find out.
Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to pay just to run the fans and the lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens. Coal script, you know? If you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air up, well, you have to put a token in. My parents used to work here. So did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here.
Can we power it up?
We just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours and I'll go and plug these ceiling lights.
Clears his throat nervously.
I heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying something into the mouthpiece.
Well... Doing a Ronald Reagan impersonation. Well...
Okay, I hear you. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noises into the mouthpiece. Clear his throat again.
Hums a deep tone into the mouthpiece. Whistles.
Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with the cave system. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer, so just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something, or what did you have for breakfast today? Ooh, do we want to know more about Lisette, or what we used to do? More about Lisette, I think.
She made biscuits. Air
Yeah,
biscuits.
top one, I
No, not air biscuits. She made biscuits.
think. Top.
She talked about her late husband, Ira.
Bottom.
Then we just sat there for a bit.
Got it. Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally.
Thinks about the road.
The road.
Breathes and thinks about the road.
Second letter, I think.
Breathes and remembers a moment when he was younger.
Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape, but keep at it for a minute.
Breathes and visualizes a cold drink.
Hot meal, I think.
Hot meal? Okay. Hot meal. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. Whoa.
Ah! Stupid feedback.
Yeah, messing with a speaker system shaking everything like that was probably not her brightest plan. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? No, he's okay.
You get to choose if your
Okay.
leg's stuck.
I'm okay.
I've got you. You're alright. No, oh, come
Oh,
on.
butt flankers.
I guess we don't avoid that. Your leg is pinned. I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay. Are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg?
It's fine.
Just try to stand up. Careful. I'm right here. Ahem. Don't worry. I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now, let's see if this thing has power. Huh. Okay, there's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out one of the auxiliary exits, if there are any. I think there are.
exit.
What about Weaver? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So, the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. And you can turn the light off.
Barely.
Do you want to turn the light off?
I'm not sure.
Oh, my exit.
I
Oh, my other exit.
kind of wonder what happens if you do. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to know. Oh, no, that's there for you to turn it back on, I think. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, you want to turn out the light?
See terrible glowing things in the darkness.
What?
That was more of a tree than she.
What? Why is there a canoe? Why are there bones? That's a rib cage. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself, but this whole branch was underwater last I heard.
How did that happen?
Some careless miner or some unattended machine bored through into an underground lake. Okay, that explains the canoe and the bones and stuff. We're good. The water came in pretty fast, and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I only heard parts of how it went from there. Sanitized for the bereaved. You know how these big companies are. There was gossip, too. Trapped miners couldn't get the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even then, it wasn't enough. So, I guess it was dark when they...
You lost some people down here, didn't you?
This is getting sad. We all lost people down here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. It doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable is still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks, if the water hasn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up around the turntable is from the company store. Just junk, you know? The miners would buy it and use it to decorate the place. Or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which way is which down here. It's also dim and gray. Shannon connects two clip leads from a signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so...
Or do we want to keep on going down the route we're on?
I think we want to explore.
Alright.
Tune it to...
I don't see the pendulum, but the casket's right there. And there's the scarecrow.
Uh-huh.
What's a bat feeder?
It's like a bird feeder, but for bats.
Oh, it's to, pick the track. Okay.
Yeah,
There's a left
yeah.
track and a right track. Let's go between the pendulum and the casket first. Then we can come back.
Ah, there's the pendulum. Is there anything this way? Yes, there is.
Yeah, it's almost totally intact. And I thought it would have been destroyed.
What is this place?
It's a recording studio, basically. Kind of thrown together, but... When this mine was active, a couple of folk music archivists spent time down here recording miner songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of the miners really talked to them much. So they stayed at the margins, observed, took notes, and then sometimes they'd get someone on a lunch break sing into their microphone. And then I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project and gave the archivists some cold script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. Yeah, second.
What do you think the archivists were after?
Data, I guess. Comparing intonation, subject matter, diction. You know, all those little details that no one really thinks about when they listen to music. Yeah, academics are great at that stuff. Let's get out of here.
What? That sort of weird data can reveal weird things.
Oh, well, that's the end of that track.
with all that arcing.
Everything seems to be hooked up pretty surely down here, so
Mm-hmm.
if you have to cut the power to the lights to run the PA system, I'm not surprised that the tram has a bunch of electricity arcing. I am, however, surprised that anyone would voluntarily be down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the kind of place most people would know about it.
Okay.
A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the track, loaded with tape but starved for power.
That's good.
It's probably one of the folk song recordings.
I
Is
think
it-
so.
Yeah, it just sounds like a low-powered, very old.
Oh, I didn't know those were still down here.
What was that?
Look, there's a tape player down there. One of those old reel-to-reel setups. They'd record up on that old scaffolding we saw, and I guess then they'd sequester themselves down here to listen to the recorded songs. Yeah, let's go with that.
What happened to the archivists?
They got out. When the flood came, they left.
Because they're close to the surface.
Well, that's the end of the track there, so...
Bat feeder and the scarecrow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom and get turned around.
Okay.
What's a bat feeder? Like a basket full of fruits or mosquitoes? Big basket full of mosquitoes. Bats go up to it, they're all like, two turntables and a microphone.
Microphone.
Okay, there is weird stuff shadowed in the foreground.
Oh, hey, that looks like highway. I'll wait for TJ to get back.
That looks a lot like highway. And a weird symbol of two stick figures absconding. Okay, found the zero.
Was there nothing on the way here?
Nope.
Do you hear that? Kind of a muffled rumbling.
Maybe we're near water.
Could be. There was an underground lake around here years ago. I guess that's why they stopped digging so abruptly here.
Nope.
Just gotta keep going along that other track.
Mm-hmm.
There's a highway down there.
Oh, you gotta say.
Give me
What is
this
that?
when
Green
I
in the
walked.
foreground.
No, I didn't. Broken track.
Tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down that tunnel.
Lots. Yeah, lots.
We're on the track between the bat feeder and the scarecrow, so
Animal bones and the rowboat. Animal boat and the rowbones.
Animal boat!
maybe you left it in your pocket.
I know she wasn't too happy the one time that I put her in a pocket.
She's climbed into a pocket before.
She peed in my pocket.
She likes the pocket sometimes.
Yeah.
Big roads usually be primes.
I guess if it's her idea, it wouldn't be too bad.
And it's gotta be
Yeah. I was carrying her around, wanting to play with her for a bit, but I also had something else to do at the same time, so I put her in my pocket and did some other stuff while I had her. Well, that looks like the end of the road, or not. No, I just can't see.
No one was surprised.
Easy.
Thank God. Okay.
We've poked around all there is to poke, so let's go.
Yeah, poking complete.
Yeah, okay. That tunnel where the tracks were broken, I'd like to take a look down there.
Nope, it's empty, but I'm sure it smells like food.
Don't get your head stuck in there, baby.
I guess this picks who you follow.
Oh, okay.
Let's go with Shannon.
Okay.
If you wait for me here, I'll just go take another look around.
Is this yours?
Oh, no, that's DJ's.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
Yeah,
there's
but it's
just
little.
one more sip in there. I can
Alright.
put it
Little
in.
swig
Well, I'll go
left.
and drink it.
Chug, chug, chug.
Sure, okay, I'll be right here.
Friends of Ocean Meat. Friends of Meat.
Yeah, I was questioning that too.
I don't quite understand. Friends of. Oh, is the meat a friend of the ocean? Or are we friends of, like.
Well, they call their
descendants
sides
of the
friends
ocean?
of meat.
Wait,
And even
Wait.
fish need friends.
Is
Best
that-
friends. That's why the social side is paired far west
I'm
of
trying to listen.
Pollock.
Sounds like a dial tone.
Yeah, there's a dial tone down here.
That is an Alto.
Don't touch the
Yeah, I think
keyboard,
that's it
Sadie.
to Alaska.
You're heavy enough to press keys.
Huh, okay.
Right like
There it
typing
is.
detected.
Care of it?
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Helmets. Big old piles of helmets.
So many helms, you'll be overwhelmed.
Here comes Conway. Limping.
Poor Conway.
Limping and lumping.
Shirk.
And there's coming to follow.
The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the room, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling.
Oh, the
It must be
crab
the
shack is
archivists.
a little old place Yes.
On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez, the green one is labeled R. Marquez, and the blue one is unlabeled.
Ooh, code books.
Red one, J. Marquez.
The pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided up into charts correlating seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and coal halls.
Green notebook.
On each page is a delicately rendered charcoal drawing. Most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the minecart tracks. Shut up! Collecting pieces of wire. In one drawing, another young girl sits nearby, intently studying a book.
Shannon's parents were the academics.
Conway opens the blue notebook. The notebook is full of Greek letters and cryptic mathematical formulas. Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be.
Oh, yeah, this place.
These notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are the archivists?
No. Weaver's parents are the archivists. My parents were miners.
Cousin.
How's the lead? You know, go with the bad one this time, because every time we pick the good one, the bad one happens anyway.
I can walk on it, but it's painful.
Oh. I've got some painkillers here that can help you out. I got them from a friend when I sprained my wrist installing a security system. You'd better let me drive, though. They're pretty strong. Sadie?
Back in land. What's she doing?
She curled up her
She's
sleeve.
in my sleeve.
Okay, I'm not sure. if
Batting the
this
ball.
Please speak.
You back on out, Sadie. I don't think there's room for you in my shirt sleeve.
She wants to be like those little dogs in China.
Here we go.
Yeah, maybe that's best.
Don't worry. I've been driving since I was 9.
Next stop, Vicodin land.
Still need to find the 0?
Yeah. Well, it's like I told you. Weaver doesn't lie. If she sent you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you just weren't listening closely enough, and that's not exactly what she said. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at Wax and Peonia, in the back of a bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, just let me know.
Chat, why so quiet?
They're enthralled by this game.
Lissette's Antiques. I guess this is your truck?
This is my truck.
It's the only truck. Talk to Blue.
Solemnly in front of Blue.
Blue, this is Shannon.
I never had a dog. Let's go with that. My folks worked alternating shifts for a while. And then they finally got their shifts in sync.
And got 30 goddamn cats instead.
Wait, you could still talk to Blue.
Oh,
Oh well. Oh, yeah,
then I
this
will
is
still
me.
talk to Blue.
Yeah.
Well, apparently I picked the wrong twin. So she's just not going anywhere.
No, but she's grooming herself, so she's happy
Yeah.
enough in there. Sadie.
Sadie.
Hey Sadie, you look like a capybara.
Sadie. Come here, Sadie. Come here. Come here, Sadie.
How's it going, Blue? Sorry I left you alone so long.
Oh, here she comes.
What did
you get into?
Yeah. What did you get into up here?
Sadie, come here.
I love it when she
Here.
stands on her hind legs looking around. That looks so cute.
Did you find any rabbits?
You can no longer talk to the dog.
I think she wants to come over there.
Conway gets back in the truck.
Come here, Marianne. Come here. Come here, Marianne.
Yeah, this
So,
may be
Weaver
her
Spoke
first
Street.
time in there. Because we've only had one of the twins in, so.
Come here, Marianne. Marianne. Come here.
Let's go back to the farmhouse.
Yeah.
I think.
Trina is just always on fire.
For some reason.
It's never not burning.
Every tree is different. No two trees are not on fire.
Back to the farmhouse.
Farmhouse.
Jeez.
The Parmesan house.
Limping all the way up the hill.
Aw, poor guy.
Limping, lumping, and lamping. And lamping.
Marianne. Here, Marianne. Here, Marianne. Here. Come here, Marianne. 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 Come on. Come here.
Oh, now she's helping him to walk.
Girl, it's not that hard to figure out. Just one foot in front of the other and the ball will roll.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, now run right into TJ's shoes.
What's Shannon have to say about the grump yard?
There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess.
Huh.
Or it's art or something. I don't know.
What are the names on the headstones?
It's that one. Nowakowski, Padilla. I don't know those names. Maybe the people who lived here before. I know when they bought this property, it already had a house and everything. Or maybe they have some other symbolic meaning. Oh, and look at that headstone. Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now, I don't know. I
You
like
can
the
examine
background
that
design here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you examine that pump?
Doesn't look like it.
Well, probably not if you press the house button.
There you go. There's a girl.
Hey, she rolling around today?
She is. Look, honk.
Good job. So, this is where she was? Yeah, makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts?
I never really had any collateral.
Something to be said for that, I guess. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, and for my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too, a lot of it, all tuition.
She said she was a mathematician or something?
Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about something about using math to translate between Spanish and English.
There you go. Oh, Daniel, right into your chair.
I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight.
Raise up your leg a little bit, maybe. There. Oh, no, that's just pointing the wrong direction.
Top one might explain some things.
Yeah, someone else told me to come here and talk to her.
But if she wasn't even supposed to be there. Huh. Okay, I guess we two aren't the only ones she's been talking to. Huh. That's not something you see every day. That old TV right there. That is damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. The most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking light a little bit. Come on, I bet Lisette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. Bullying an old man into fixing a TV. That's a TV she was supposed to fix anyway, though, so it works out.
Yep.
Weird barn.
Ah, yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Look like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay.
Oh,
I have
that's
a
just
few
my
spares
shirt.
in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that oughta... Should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything?
Going by the drugs now.
Whichever one you want.
Yeah, that looks dangerous what you're doing there.
Okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now, don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There. Just gotta turn it north, south, and... whoa.
The creepy barn went away?
Oh. There's the sign.
What do you think about that, Vance?
Okay, now we found the zero. Not sure why fixing the TV did that. But there you have it.
She peed over here. I mean, she peed in the ball, but it went
No.
through.
End of Act 1.
She's a rat. They're full of pee.
Huh.
Start Act 2.
Start Act 2.
Let's keep going.
Yes.
She's really trucking around back there.
Mm-hmm.
Attention, Lula Chamberlain. Read your application. Thank you for your application to the Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture's annual fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably we can award only one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter experts on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the level of standards we have established over our 35 years in operation. Our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, Architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Stone Norden?
Norton. Kind of like the antivirus.
Okay.
Or the human name for the antivirus has ever written.
Well, no, Norden.
Oh, Norton.
Yes.
Stone Norton.
Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note.
Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here.
Oh,
Your
obedient servant.
yeah, your obedient servant, Robert.
Keep it.
Yeah, folds the letter up and puts it in her handbag.
Hey, Squeaky.
Yeah, let's check the process.
Lula sorts through documents, all printed on a fading letterhead reading Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces.
Nope. No.
Proposal number 1, site hospital. Proposed use, auto dealership. Proposal number 2, site distillery. Proposed use, graveyard. Proposal number 3, site basketball court. Proposed use, kennel.
Let's go through them in order.
Okay. Hospital closed due to repeated sanitation violations. Auto dealership sanitation requirements comparatively lax. Small operating rooms could be repurposed into offices. Large cubicle-style administrative offices could be repurposed into showrooms.
Good idea. Good idea.
It's a hospital.
Yeah, but apparently it was a closed hospital.
Yeah, but it used to be a hospital.
It's an ex-hospital.
I don't know. It just seems like it would be weird to convert that into an auto dealership space. Like, is that really going to have? Are the administrative offices really going to have enough room for cars?
Good point.
That seems weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a really big hospital, but
Maybe it's a theme
Okay.
hospital.
Okay.
yeah, let's oppose the auto dealership.
Proposal number 2, site distillery. Proposed use, graveyard.
Ooh.
Distillery still active, but scaling down operation to less than half of site. Distillery built on top of graveyard originally. Hybrid distillery graveyard could share resources. Chapel, once repurposed into bottling facility, could be repurposed into chapel.
Yeah, if it was originally a graveyard and they want to convert some of it back into one,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, scale down the distillery and make the chapel again. Let's do that.
Endorsed. Rick clears his throat.
I guess you can only do 2.
Busy?
Very.
Yikes. Hey, Lula. Did you get my note?
Yeah, office party, why not? About the office party? I'm going stag.
Oh, yeah, I didn't mean... Hey, I'm probably not going anyway. Lots to do, you know. A lot of new drafts, so... So, how did your application go? I was in the mailroom and I saw you got a letter back. Sorry, I don't mean to pry. I just saw.
It's fine, Rick. I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish?
That's very sad.
Maybe someone here can point us in the right direction.
Yeah, looks like they're still open. Must be the night shift. What do you think they do here? Bottom line.
What do you think?
When I got my electrician's license, I had to go to this government building in Frankfurt. Kinda low to the ground. A bit older. Didn't really look like this place, I guess, but they all have that same feel. Bureaucracy in the air. Too much concrete. This is weird, but do you think we're inside or outside right now? Both.
Both.
Okay. Very poetic. Well, maybe someone around here has a better sense of direction.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Blue. Inside or outside?
Get a good rest in the truck? Yeah, I know you love a drive. The wind in your ears? Yeah, I saw you back there, Blue.
That's so cute.
Uh-huh.
End of the line?
Maybe it's still under construction.
We can hope. Down the stairs, I think. You clicked over there.
Wait, I clicked there. I guess I can't go down the stairs.
What do you do with that lump?
Oh, you can walk past the barrier. We're smart.
Yeah, how's a barrier supposed to stop people walking around? And if that, yeah, there's supposed to be both inside and outside. There shouldn't be a bell out here.
Well, here you are. Better late than never, I guess. Just don't load the whiskey over there by the elevator. I'll figure something out. Yes, dear. Want to settle a bet? I'm actually pretty busy, but sure. What's up? Can you be both inside and outside at the same time? Huh, okay. Is that like a philosophy thing? Or are you just lost?
We're just lost.
You're lost, so you're not the... Sorry, honest mistake.
Not the what?
We were supposed to have a little celebration here at the office, but the whiskey never showed up. I saw your truck and thought, no, but you don't really look like one of the boys from the distillery anyway.
The graveyard distillery?
Let's ask about the distillery.
What do the boys from the distillery look like?
Yeah.
Look like Native American ghosts.
You've never seen the boys from Hard Times? Well, count your blessings. They cut a grim profile.
I knew it, native ghosts.
Well, it's clear you're new to this territory. I expect you just mean to be passing through.
We're looking for Dogwood Drive. Do you know where that is?
All I found was, like,
Dogwood.
Cat Creek
Nope.
Lane.
You're gonna need to talk to someone upstairs about that. One of the map clerks. But first we've got to get you in the system, so you'll need an appointment with one of the ingestion clerks. Now, let's see. Rick is booked, proofreading drafts all afternoon, and Wanda's out on a site. Let me go make some calls and see if we have anyone free. There are some books over there in the waiting area, or just take a look around. Have you seen our grotesques?
I think this whole place is a grotesque.
Are
Are those TVs?
Yeah, they are. I think they're TVs.
Are those the grotesqueries?
Television is playing a cartoon about a bird. The cartoon bird collects pieces for its nest. A scarf, a plastic shopping bag, a bit of a young girl's hair. The nest is warm, but precariously fragile. It's TV. The television is playing what looks like a nature documentary. A hermit crab scuttles across a beach. Its shell is an awkward shape. It must have once belonged to a different crab.
Somebody just said something in the channel.
What about these? I wonder what kind of citizenry they have down there.
Kind of beach.
Oh no.
Crab people, I'm sure.
The television is playing an instructional video on elevator design. It is crucial to maintain proper lighting in an elevator. In the absence of sight, passengers' sense of motion is greatly enhanced. The passengers should never feel as if they are physically ascending or descending. The elevator should create the illusion that the building is flat. This is the mark of a successful elevator design.
What if the elevator creates the illusion that the passengers ascend or transcend?
Who's been fishing off the side of the building? The television is playing a closed-circuit security feed of a housing project. The feed switches mechanically between locations: a hallway, a disused plot of grass, a stairwell, and an office. The television is playing a silent video of an empty theater. A microphone sits in the middle of the stage. The lights are slightly dimmed. The speakers hum completion. Oh, this is creepy.
Mm-hmm.
What if we can examine that fishing line? It sounds like there's water flowing nearby.
It's probably the underground lake. Or the river that feeds it.
Hey, she's back.
Hey, Marianne, have you seen the skipper?
Oh, good. I thought you'd left. People can be so impatient. You never know. Well, I have you meeting with Lula Chamberlain. She's a senior clerk and doesn't usually handle the ingestion process, but she's the only one with room on her plate this evening. My schedule says she's on the 5th floor, reviewing some diagrams.
This talk of plates and ingestion is creeping me out.
The elevator is just back to the left there. 5th floor. This is the waiting area with the books.
3 books are piled on the table. A service manual for a sewage pump, some architectural plans for a bungalow, and a slim collection of Japanese death haiku. An envelope is protruding from the bottom of the stack.
Get the envelope.
The envelope reads Bureau of Secret Tourism. It contains several small handwritten brochures with ritualistic directions to bizarre locations.
Cool.
That could be useful.
Sugar Frosted says, Am's fries and Am's Coke on the side, please. What? Was there a sandwich taking place? Oh, Kentucky Route Zero, right, Kentucky Fried. Yes.
No, she's on the 5th floor, right?
Conway scans a column of elevator buttons.
Let's examine all.
What?
Third floor, bears.
What?
I kind of want to go to the 3rd floor. That's what it says.
Conway and Shannon have entered Bear Claw Camp.
The 3rd floor is labeled bears.
I
Conway
think
and
we have
Shannon
to.
entered Bear Claw Camp.
Yes. Yes, we have to. We're going to the 3rd floor. Bear floor. Let's go.
You're gonna maul by a bear. Talk about an open office.
It's literally full of bears. What?
Alright, do you guys work here?
What? Bears.
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 The bears.
Oh, hey, and they're all watching you. Maybe we can talk to this one. What's up, Bear?
Bears.
It really is like a cathedral.
Bears.
Grotesqueries, even.
Should we check out the other floors too?
If they're as
I
if
think we should check them out to see what's on them.
Beverly, you should
Okay.
see this.
Are there actually bears?
yeah.
Yes! They're watching as we pass by.
Are they bears in cages or?
No, just
No. It's
In
a
an
floor
office.
full of bears. In an office building. With a bunch of buckets in the background. Presumably full of fish. Oh. That's why the fishing rod is there. They gotta
Ah.
feed the bears.
oh well, sure.
I think the bears work here.
They send the bears fishing. Hey, boo boo. Long day at the office.
Smarter than the average.
Conference room.
Yeah.
More like conference. Boom!
Don't tempt fate. We don't know if anything explodes in this game.
Maybe we don't. Well, I bet there's a really boring PowerPoint presentation.
They all turn and look at us.
Did the bears do that? Did the bears look at you? Or
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Which was
They're-
hilarious. You see them going.
I guess maybe we should just go ahead and go to the 5th floor. It looks like we're just getting stared at a lot.
Sounds like this office is full of cats.
No, those are bears.
Well, I mean, the staring at things. It's really cat-like.
Yeah, I just... Bears.
Bears. You can see them from here.
I don't even. I don't even.
5th floor.
Secretly, I already knew about the bears. I say quiet. I don't know why the bears.
And they still turn to look.
They heard the elevator going by. Hey, stalactites!
This is a cave now?
Yeah, the zero goes through Mammoth Cave.
Greg is hard at work examining some diagrams, measuring angles with a plastic protractor, and occasionally scribbling numbers in a small leather notebook. Can I help you? Don't answer that.
Are you Lula Chamberlain?
Sorry, we're looking for an ingestion clerk. Oh no, I'm an interior spatial analyst. I can't help you with that. I think the ingestion clerks have all gone home for the night. Lula might be able to help you. She's pretty senior. You just missed her, actually. She was up here about an hour ago. She's probably back at her real desk now on the 1st floor. She barely made a dent in these diagrams. Must have been distracted. Speaking of which...
You saw all the bears on the 3rd floor?
What is that it's playing?
I don't know, but it does sound familiar.
Yeah, hang on. I know this.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Mom. Need your musical recognition abilities.
I've heard that before too, but better. Well, it's warped.
Not yet. Sounds like a requiem, though.
Hey, wait, I wonder.
For a dream?
Are you going to see if Shazam picks it up?
Yes, or whatever sort of thing I have installed on here that is like Shazam.
The movie was terrible.
Help us figure out this song, Shaquille O'Neal. That's what I think of every time someone mentions using Shazam.
Well, that's good.
Yes, the great wizard Shazam will help. Do you not know the name of the
Oh, it skipped
program?
again.
Oh no, it's
I don't
scrolling.
remember the name of the program. Oh, and I can't reset it again. Dang it. Oh well.
Bummer.
The record's broken for realsies.
I'm going to Google and see if anyone has asked this question before and found out.
Maybe the bears know their classical music.
Okay, her office is down on the 1st floor.
Elevator music. There she is.
Mm-hmm. Hello? Are you lost? Very much so, yes. Okay, well, let's get you pointed in the right direction then. It's a pretty straightforward process. First, you'll need to get a case number assigned. Talk to Claire Metzstein about that. She's just over there at the end of the room. Happy to help.
Yeah, we're looking for Lula Chamberbot. Hey, are you fine? Thanks. I just need your ingestion card and a list of your last 5 permanent addresses.
Let's just skip it. Which one of you is Lula Chamberlain?
Oh, sure. That's her in the cardigan.
Now you can talk to Lula.
I weirdly characterized that guy.
Having fun in the Paperclip Labyrinth? Well, you made it eventually. You look exhausted. I'd offer you my seat, but my ankles are turning on me.
I went dyslexic there.
What did you... What happened?
Well, not so much dyslexic as I flipped the order of 2 words.
I'd offer you my ankles, but my feet are turning on me.
2 adjacent words.
Oh dear!
I'm sorry, that's what I saw at first.
I'd offer you a seat, my.
Arthritis?
Dr. Truman says my joints are eroding one another. They've been collaborating for decades. It's only natural they want to kill each other now. Well, enough about my hateful wrists and ankles. This concrete bunker of an office is just a waypoint for you, I'm sure. Where is it you're trying to go?
We're looking for 5 Dogwood Drive.
Dogwood Drive. That's funny. Do you know I used to live on a Dogwood Drive? This was years ago. Grimy old house, basement full of insects, attic full of birds. I had a few roommates. We all worked at the university. I had a dog. I drank whiskey and beer and made sculptures.
Most of the roommates are actually birds and insects.
That dogwood was a surface road. With a name like that, it would have to be. What are you doing on the Zero? Yeah.
Yeah. A gas station attendant told us we'd need to take the Zero to get there.
Gas station attendant? I see. Friendly blind man, about my age, hangs out with an old cat, likes to pretend he's a poet.
His
Yeah.
name is Joseph. Do you know him?
Joseph and I used to work together, and we lived together. We were friends. That was where her name came up before.
Oh,
I knew
okay.
I remembered Lula. Yeah, she was mentioned in the email that Donald sent.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Lula, Lula, Lula.
But that was a long time ago. We haven't spoken in years. Do you know why he's pointed you this way? It's because he's still in love with me, of course. And now he's implicated you, quite inconsiderately. And in your condition, it's appalling. So, I'm very sorry for wasting your time, but I'm afraid you've been misled. Excuse me. Get over yourself. Lula pauses, taken aback. Well, I guess that's fair. Alright, maybe I can help you. For Joseph. The Dogwood Drive I lived on is now called Pale Dogwood Drive. They've renamed all the streets, you see. Too many streets with the same names. It was never a problem before, but now we have these databases, and it's all too confusing for the computer. The computer has no sense of ambiguity, so it proclaims an error. Name collisions, they call them. So my Dogwood Drive is Pale Dogwood Drive, and another might be Large-Leafed Dogwood Drive, or Himalayan Flowering Dogwood Drive, and so on. But one of them is still just Dogwood Drive, or so we might hope. It's really a matter of consulting records, of which we have an abundance here.
Where's the computer?
Where is the computer?
Everywhere. Computer? Oh, that's all handled off-site. We write up a formal request for analysis, provide the necessary data, and then send the whole thing by courier.
Why not use a network for that instead?
So first you'll need the data. I expect you'll find the road name change log up in Archives and Records, 4th floor. It'll be filed under O for odonyms, probably, or G for generic, or maybe S for specific, depending on which part of the street name was changed.
How about O for odious?
O, G, or S.
Bob or Ross? Wait, it was Robert Ross. My bad. And the hats were actually green. Anyone who gets my reference gets an internet cookie.
Past the bears.
Hi, bears.
I can send you an internet cookie via hypertext transfer protocol.
Damn, this place is a mess. Okay. Take a look through that logbook, I guess? Maybe there's some kind of system to all these boxes. I'll just start digging.
The small logbook has a smart leather cover. A few notes are scribbled on the inside covers. Most pages are just lists of titles, names, and dates. Inside the front cover, note in logbook. Document staff, please do not transfer any more records from the storage unit until we get the new file cabinets in. We're up to F, and that will have to do for now.
Oh, so none of them are up here.
Instruct clerks to focus activities on activities beginning with the letters A, B, C, D, E, or F. Activities most likely to involve research on subjects beginning with those letters. For example, cars is okay because it involves automotive, driving, brakes, etc. But air quality is not okay because it relates to health, safety, pollution, etc. Several documents relating to sporting competition venues were quickly checked out and back in over a period of a few days. Basketball courts, baseball fields, alleys, and parking lots. A single set of documents relating to coal mining operations was checked out and back in by several different people within a few hours. Note in logbook. Failing antique shops folder missing. Listed checked in on page 63 but not present. Check in. Failing antique shops, Monday 3 p.m. Signee, Ed Bohm.
I spell a name that could be important later. What's in the back of it? Fish?
No, that was the note about the page
No.
63 not being checked in.
Oh, is that page 14? Page
Is-
16 on page 13.
Is Bone
No.
one of the guys in here?
I don't know.
Hmm.
We'll find out. We haven't encountered him yet.
Nothing? Me neither. Half of these boxes aren't even labeled, and the rest are all from the first few letters of the alphabet. I couldn't find anything with an O or a G or an S. Maybe that clerk knows somewhere else we can look.
Maybe the bears know something. No, I'm not hinting about the bears. I don't really have a clue. The bears just amuse me to no end.
Just for whatever reason, bears. Nothing? That's unfortunate. Well, they must still be in transit. You see, we've only moved into this new venue somewhat recently, and it's all a bit in progress. This was a cathedral not so long ago, can you believe it? Yes. And then the Bureau reclaimed it. The old congregation has been directed to one of our storage facilities for their activity. That's where you'll find the street name records, I expect, at the church. Marianne at reception can give you directions. Just come back here when you have the files, and we'll begin the necessary paperwork to have the information analyzed. Oh, and while you're out on the road, you might want to stop and see Dr. Truman about your leg. He's a specialist regarding ailments of the joints and limbs, and I know he works at night. His home office is in a small neighborhood on the east edge of Bowling Green. Here's his card. Do stop and see him. That leg is a miserable sight.
Bowling Green.
Take care of each other. I know someone who lives there.
But the
We-
green is for golf. Sorry.
We did see the street Bowling Green
Yep.
up there. It was on the south side, wasn't it?
I think so.
Shuffle, scuffle.
Get what you need?
Have you seen Ginger and the Professor?
Lula said you could direct us to the church? Or were you wanting to do the
No,
other one?
no, go for it. Oh, sure. The old storage lot. Just get back on the 0 and drive until you hit the crystal. Then turn around. It'll make sense once you get on the road. You can handle it.
That officially sounded insane.
Okay, well. Back in the truck, I guess.
Let's go drive until we hit a crystal, I guess. They are ready to leave. Is Marion still trucking around somewhere, or did she get put away?
No, she's hanging out in the wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not great. You don't look so.
Oh, weird.
Mm-hmm.
Changed the whole orientation.
Change the orientation? Oh, did I miss the crystal because I was turning around?
No.
The bat wings. Fascinating.
This is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna check out the bat
The
wings.
TV.
We're in the TV. Can you check out the TV? Let's go past the TV.
I think these are just landmarks.
Ah.
Yeah.
The lightning bolt.
Whee.
The bottle.
Look, that was something else.
Yeah, it was the jaws.
Yeah.
The crystal. Self-storage.
This is so weird.
I think that explains the secret tourism book.
Probably.
You get around to 0 by doing weird rituals.
Random access self-storage.
What a mess.
Is that it? Over there?
I don't see any congregation.
Yeah. Maybe it's after hours. Let's see what the janitor knows, I guess.
Let's find out everything the janitor knows.
Be gentle with him. We aren't bears.
Rough.
Oh, here for the night mass?
What kind of mess is it?
That's not enough to kill a train.
Tonight, it's a homily on work and need. Huh, I haven't heard this one before. Where's the congregation? I guess this must look pretty strange, a church without a congregation. When they first moved in here, man, this place was packed. They had a mass every night, too, on Sunday. But it got a bit awkward to fit everyone in, and the numbers quickly dwindled. Once folks started to see it as a thing that was just falling apart, they lost their center of gravity and just started wobbling. Then the preacher stopped coming too, but he left his old tapes, same with the organist, and I found some old acetates in the Bureau archives, photos of people in churches, so I keep it running. You do what you have to, right?
Oh, that's kind of sweet, though.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we have to find some Bureau documents.
Oh, you're from the Bureau. I moved all those documents into Unit C315 to make room for the Mass. It's down at the other end of the building, same floor. I need to get the night Mass started, but you can borrow my keys.
I'll go. You wait here. Rest your leg. You're looking kind of pale.
Nice lady. Nice lady.
Hey, lady.
Oh, lady. I can't do his voice.
Lady.
No, you can't do it either. Well, I'd better get this running.
The actual quote's described as just the word lady, but as a horrible, drawn-out verbal assault.
Conway listens to the homily. There are many days on which we proclaim the value of labor and celebrate the piety of the hard-working through feast or abstinence, recognizing Saint Joseph the Worker, who was foster father to our Lord Jesus, and who trained him in carpentry and in the merit of sweat. And this is one such day.
Yeah, keep listening.
On this day we celebrate with the feast of Saint Joseph the Worker, and on this day other workers are also celebrating. Workers who do not attend Mass, or even one like it. Even workers who do not attend a church at all, but who toil with clarity, with dedication, with perspicacity, who do as we do here in our church, inasmuch as they reflect the activity of God. As we do, they cultivate the earth, and at sundown they call the fruit of their labor very good. Beyond the church, this day is celebrated in remembrance of a violent protest in Chicago, and to honor the 4 martyrs who were unjustly persecuted in its wake, having not only pursued their vocation in their daily labor, but also having pursued their avocation in the form of protest, activism, community building, radicalization, scholarship, and finally martyrdom. Their and our avocation being, as it should be for us all, as members of the church or otherwise, to secure for our fellow workers the right to labor with dignity.
Keep listening.
So, just as there is no dignity without sacrifice, there is no vocation without avocation. Just as the left eye perceives that which is to the left, and the right eye perceives that which is to the right, and these images are summed, differentiated, and incorporated, and we find in our mind's eye an after-image of divine light, only where love and need are one. And the work is play for mortal stakes. Is the deed ever really done? Sorry, I felt like I skipped a line there. For heaven and the future's sakes. Okay, that's it. Next, there are some rituals that you and I aren't allowed to participate in, I don't think. And I don't remember them anyway.
Hey, got it.
We were just listening to the sermon.
What? I found what we came here to get. The file on street name changes. You don't look good. Let's head back to the Bureau and get this straightened out, and then maybe we should go see that doctor the clerk recommended.
Come back, lights.
cases. Are you alright? What the hell?
Not again.
Huh.
He's gonna run out of legs.
My leg is stuck.
Shit. Okay, I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg?
It's all messed up.
Here, let's get you onto the tram.
Tram?
There you go. Now, let's see if this thing has power. Hey, old man, look at me. Can you hear me?
What happened?
I don't know. He collapsed. I think he blacked out. He was mumbling about the old mine for a minute. The old mine where we met. Yeah, he needs to see that doctor.
I think I need to see that doctor.
Yes, you do. How do we get to this address from here?
I don't know. It's pretty tricky going back and forth between, here and there. The Bureau's the only way I know. Some of the folks do it all the time. Commuters. Just go back the way you came, find the crystal, and then turn around.
There's the scarecrow again. Bureau.
Act 2, Scene 3. Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces.
Back so soon? We need to get to the interstate. 65. Lula filed your papers, so you're in our system now. I can process you whenever you're ready to go back. Just let me know. We're gonna go ahead and take him to the doctor.
I think so.
We're ready to be processed. Can you tell us how to get to this address? We're looking for Dr. Truman. Of course. This is in a neighborhood just outside of Bowling Green. Get on 65 going southwest. Take a right just past the observatory, just before the river. If you continue north, you'll be there shortly. Right past the observatory before the river. Happy to help.
Southwest.
Oh, huh. It takes you back out of the farmhouse.
Hmm.
Just before the river, she said, so no further. There will be an observatory, and we'll
There it is.
take a right. And head north.
This north or this north?
No, north. She said head north.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Dr. Truman's house?
Question mark?
The neighborhood at the address on Lula's card has been demolished. In its place is a large museum, still partially under construction. Well, we don't have any other leads.
Maybe he lives in the museum.
The house is... No.
Museum of Dwellings.
My brain just tried to combine They Might Be Giants, the Edison Museum, with the theme song to the Addams Family.
Yeah, it's in the museum.
Well, no, it was in the other direction. It was, the house is a museum. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, he was talking to his dog. Guy was a weirdo.
Doesn't seem that weird.
You didn't see the guy. Tall, kinda stooped over, limping bad. Looked like an old drunk if you ask me. I bet they were both drunks, breaking in here looking for a place to sleep it off. I just feel bad for that old dog getting dragged all over by a couple of drunks. Old dog like that should be sleeping on a porch somewhere. But that's loyalty for you. Well, they didn't stay long anyway.
Let's examine that thing.
Let's talk to Shannon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard the man and the lady talking when they first came in, but they didn't see me.
What were they talking about?
Yeah, go with that one. The man said his leg was hurting him. They were looking for Dr. Truman, but he was already gone. But they didn't know, so they kept looking around.
I just assumed they were from the power company. You know how they're always coming by unannounced and messing with this or that. I just shut myself up in my room to wait it out. No sense getting involved. I am pulling the strangest, indeterminate accents
Yes, you are.
out
Yeah, you
to
sound like
differentiate
Ronaldo.
characters.
But they definitely weren't from the power company.
Well, I wouldn't complain if they were, really. With that storm going on. I know they have to do their business. Doesn't affect me. I've got my generator, but you know some of those folks around here, unprepared. Totally unprepared. Some of these people should have Kentucky accents. I just realized.
Yeah, why aren't you pulling a southern accent? Umbrella?
This stupid museum, that was such a waste of fish.
There we go.
Here are things. What is
Hey,
they?
camera shift.
Thank you, camera shift.
Weird barn. Weird barn.
I was playing in that empty cabin, and they came by. They asked about Dr. Truman. I know where he went, but I didn't tell him.
Where did Dr. Truman go?
It's a secret. Ezra told me, and I can't tell anyone else.
Who is Ezra?
He's my age. He doesn't really live here. He's just passing through with his brother, Julian. First, they're gonna help us. But I can't say any more about that. We have a lot of secrets. The lady asked me about my parents, and I told them they were upstairs in the greenhouse. Do you want to hear a weird story?
Of course I do.
The old man asked me about the cabin. He said it looked like another house he knew, and he wanted to know where it came from. I told him nobody lived there, so he went inside. It took a long time exploring. When he came back out, he told me all about it.
What did he find in the cabin?
He went upstairs, and he also looked around the other rooms. I played with the dog.
What did he do upstairs?
He looked in some boxes. He looked out the window. He could see the museum better than when he was downstairs. He could tell how it was all put together. And the cabin, too. He could see the shape of it better from up there. Now, the part that's weird. He said he went into the basement.
That cabin doesn't have a basement.
Staircase in the closet, I think. He said he found a staircase in the closet. Sure, why not? He was surrounded by giant aphids. But the aphids were friendly and led him to a secret garden.
Where they were devoured by ladybugs.
The garden was very beautiful, dang it. Going the okay way. He found a tunnel leading back upstairs. So then he came back out of the cabin and we said goodbye. And I didn't talk to them anymore.
Well, that's a Shaggy Dog story.
But that's not a very shaggy dog.
Oh.
There's a birdhouse. Oop.
Like a blood house. It houses butts. Hey, it's Sadie.
The moment I now recall most clearly from their short visit was the birdcage exhibit.
Squeak.
The old man stopped to rest, or maybe to think. The young woman had been anxious up to that point, but she stopped as well and examined the birdcage more closely. It seemed to elicit a tenderness from her. She ran one fingernail along the bars of the wire cage, marking out a tuneless scale like a child's xylophone. And then they moved on.
A hen house.
Chicken run.
Bark, 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 bark.
We ought to get some real chickens in that coop. Do some homesteading. None of these folks know how to live off the land. You know what I mean?
Sure, we'll look into it.
Bark. Bark.
Sure, I talked to them for a bit. Actually, we talked for quite a while. I wasn't busy. I was happy for the company. Can't sleep in a storm like that. Never could.
What did you talk about?
I had a bottle in my coat, and I could see the old guy looking at it, and his leg was hurt pretty bad, so I offered him some. He got real awkward about it. I bet he's in a program. Anyway, they were asking about Dr. Truman. I remember him. He was here for a bit, and then he left. So that's what I told them. Let's see. Let's go back over here.
Can you investigate any of this stuff? Yes, you can. I think you need to get some real horses in the stable.
Did the strangers go in the stable?
No, they just poked around a bit and talked about barns. They were pretty boring.
Barns, 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 barns.
That dog was in nearly as bad shape as the old man, just sort of shrugging along. They found some treats in the doghouse exhibit. That seemed to cheer them up a bit.
That's good. Get some treats for Green.
Creepy barn, it's a spooky barn. It's a spooky barn from before.
Yeah, I guess you can't go into it. Or can't that way.
Yeah.
It's a spooky barn, but a bit less dilapidated from before. They had to go round.
All the way around.
Not through.
Oh.
Around. Huh, apparently I can't go that way.
I guess you have
Okay.
to just turn around.
Oh, you can't spooky barn.
Go the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you going that way?
Well, I mean, I think there was more this way.
Oh, okay.
I just turned back because I didn't want to go all the way back.
No person.
Nope.
Okay, good morning.
I guess you do have to go all the way back.
Brother, talk
Camera
to Bex.
shift.
Forklift. Crane.
Up. Let's see what's around this way first, though. If anything. If any.
Forklift Death Rampage.
It's a houseboat.
Do you know? At first I thought it might be Hudson walking up to visit. I'd heard him working on his boat just a bit earlier, before the storm started. But then I saw the stranger's limping gait and the young woman with him, and I knew it couldn't be. I invited them in for a glass of bourbon, which they politely declined, so I just talked to them on the porch for a bit.
What did you talk about?
Well, we talked a bit about the neighborhood. I told them about Hudson and his sailboat, the nice young couple in the greenhouse, and the charming Dr. Truman who used to live here. They were very interested in him, but of course, well, I don't know where he went. Do you know, I don't believe either of them had ever set foot on a houseboat before. I don't know that the older man had ever seen an ocean, in fact. It has always been my fondest dream to retire on the houseboat. That's why I accepted your offer and moved in here. It isn't perfect, but what home ever is? I only wish the house would sway a bit. I find that it settles my nerves. Well, if we have another storm like that last one.
Tint.
This boat may float.
Okay, so they're paying people to live in this museum.
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Well, it's a museum of dwellings. It's more authentic if you have people living in it.
They were hollering at that empty tent you folks have on display. Ha! Hey, if you ever need anyone to stay in there, I've been in worse positions. There's a bunker back here.
And an RV.
Mm-hmm.
Recreational verhunkles.
I heard them banging around out there, and I just stayed quiet. I don't know what they wanted. I just put my headphones on and tried to ignore them, to tell you the truth.
How does he ever get out? The door's too high.
Well, there have to be stairs leading down in there.
Yeah, they came by and knocked on the window, and we had a bit of a talk through the glass. I would have come out, but, you know, shady characters. They seem suspicious. I already told you, weirdos. Walking around door to door asking about Dr. Truman this late at night? I told them what I know, but in this weather? What do you know about Dr. Truman? I told them he moved in here with the rest of us when you folks bought up the neighborhood, and then one day his house was gone. That's all I know about that. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Yeah, there's still these stairs going down, but that door's supposed to be, like, at ground level.
Yeah.
He would have to, like, jump down to leave, and then getting back in would be weird.
I guess they must have gone through some papers here. It was in some disarray, and a few folders were pulled out and left on the table. I mean, it wasn't too bad. I only noticed because Diane is such a stickler. She's real organized, I mean.
What folders?
What folders were they looking at? Yeah, mostly stuff about the building site, I guess. They had a list of all the homes we relocated here. A list of original residences before we leveled the neighborhood. I guess they were looking for one of the old residents. They pulled out a list of the folks who didn't take the offer, folks who moved elsewhere, but they filed that back, out of order, so I guess they didn't find what they were looking for there. Hey, while I have you here, work's kind of slowed down, and it seems like... I know you folks know what you're doing, but it seems like the residents are just kind of settling in.
That's the idea.
Yeah, I get that. Just, how about that roof, huh? You just write us a check and we'll finish it right up. I know you've got this museum thing going on, but you don't want to be slumlords now.
Also, I'm pretty sure that door isn't supposed to set level with the ground because you can see there's the thing on top of it, the vent. You can't see from right here.
It's a bunker. I'm pretty certain it's supposed to be mostly underground.
It has a vent on top.
Well, yeah,
There's a
but
vent on
like,
top. It's underground.
yeah,
It needs it.
the brown line
Right.
there would be the part that's underground.
Yeah.
So the red door there would be pretty close to the ground.
Yeah.
It just
Right,
opens
but
for you.
I'm saying it's supposed to. That is the angle that it's supposed to sit at. Like the door's not supposed to go like
No,
this.
right, of course. He's
So you don't have to jump down into it. The doors would. I mean,
But
the stairs should probably
he's
go
saying-
down from.
Since
he's saying right here where it is now. The door is quite a bit above the floor.
Yeah, since it's not in the ground
Oh,
right
jump
now,
down
it'd be
from
weird to
going
get into
outside.
that.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about like having the door flat with ground level and having to jump down to get in because the stairs would be sideways.
No,
Oh
no.
my goodness, no! That would be crazy.
It would. That's why I was so confused.
It'd be like Escher-esque. Now that's a word for you. Escher-esque. I like
Escher-esque. He works with fractals, except when he.
Well, no, never mind. He usually works with fractals.
Yeah.
Escher-esque. Even when he works with fish, he works with fractals. Fish disc.
All right, it's 11, which is our usual sign-off time, but let's
Keep
at least
going.
yeah, let's at least get to the end of this act.
Let's see what's up here.
Come on, Blue.
Is it animatronic butts?
Poor Blue.
Descendants. Oh, that's fast.
Oh, I guess that's the exit.
Mm.
Umbrella. Whoa. What?
Ah! I
What?
saw that too. Weird shadows. Oh dear.
We were working in the greenhouse, and I saw them come up in the elevator. They were lost, obviously.
It was obvious.
Ah!
That
Oh,
It's a
bird.
giant eagle.
carrying something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a coconut?
Okay.
Is that what happened to the doctor? Was his house carried away by an eagle?
Are the Eagles construction workers? Oh, of course. I saw them looking at that odd-shaped building. The
Sure, the rounded metal one.
yeah, that one. House of the future sort of thing. I always thought it looked more like a grain bin. Actually, I guess it's sort of romantic. Anyway, they seemed interested in it. Tired, huddling under their umbrellas, they still stopped to examine the strange building. It's carrying different stuff every time.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on?
I don't know.
I'm not even
Boat.
on the zero.
Hey, boat man.
Difficult to see or even hear a storm like that, but I was awake and alert studying the week's forecast. It should even out shortly, I'd say.
Pay close attention to the weather.
Hard not to up here. The strangers wanted to know how I coped with the exposure. I guess some people will never understand the appeal of life on a sailboat. It's tragic, I'd say. Well, then they had to leave, looking for a doctor, I think. The old man was having a bad time. It was a short conversation.
Flora was playing down on the lower level, and we'd been having a glass of wine in the greenhouse. We ducked out of the way when we came in. After all, they're complete strangers.
We didn't know them.
Did you ever hear them? Well, I heard the young woman ask her friend about his job. He's some kind of furniture collector or dealer, I think. It didn't sound like things were going well.
Holy jeez! It is! It's carrying freaking...
Maybe they were here looking for a buyer?
Yes, definitely some kind of furniture collector or dealer. I heard him talking about antiques.
Not sure if carrying things off or Eagle construction workers. I kind of lean toward Eagle construction workers just because that's kind of cool. Hey, it's Ezra.
I saw you folks drive up. I like your truck. What kind of truck is that?
Answer me about the truck first.
We've got a couple of them at the shop, but this is the only one that runs. Oh yeah, with the truck you've got to keep it up. That's why me and Julian don't use a truck. We just carry the houses.
Oh, is Julian the eagle?
I guess so.
Yeah, who's Julian?
That giant bird we keep seeing?
Julian's my brother. He's a lot bigger and stronger, and he has more feathers than me. But he's still my brother.
Yeah, it's the bird.
Where do you take the houses?
Me and Julian take them out to the forest every night, and then we bring them back at dawn before the museum opens. Is Dr. Truman in the forest?
Ask why.
Why do you take them to the forest? This museum is an okay place to live in the daytime, but it's no good at night. Folks just can't sleep in a place like this. Or when they do, it gives them nightmares. So we take them out to the forest to sleep, and then bring them back in the morning.
And Dr. Truman is in the forest already?
Yes, ma'am, he's out in the forest. Me and Julian took him out there a few nights ago, and he didn't want to come back. He lives there all the time now. Can you tell us how to get there?
Ask about his family first.
Is your family out in the forest? Oh, no, I don't know where they are. Me and Julian were looking for them for a while, but... Anyway, we have a job to do here now, taking these people out to the forest at night so they can sleep. And maybe if the rest of them will be like Dr. Truman and want to stay out there, we'll get back to looking.
Can you tell us how to get to the forest?
You have to follow the Green River way out east, and then hop over Lake Cumberland. The roads don't go there.
Are we gonna take a bird ride? We're gonna take a bird ride.
But me and Julian can take you. We were just about to go anyway. I've just got to call him over. Cook, cook, cook.
Bird ride. Oh, come on.
Thanks for a ride, Julian. Whee!
Might have needed those umbrellas.
Oh my goodness, that was
Oh, I thought those were like feathers.
No, he left. They dropped their umbrellas when the bird
Gotcha.
picked them up. Oh, I think you have to steer the bird.
Hmm.
Yes, you do.
Oh wow. This is the point in the game where you get airships.
Green River. So that must be Lake Cumberland. No, that's the Nolan River Lake.
And the boat shop.
Okay, so this must be the Green River then.
Oh,
Small figure.
yeah.
That's probably the dude playing.
Oh. Yeah.
Tiny gray figure walks alongside the road carrying what appears to be a guitar case. It's followed closely by a smaller shape. A dog? He looks tired.
Yeah, that's not right.
So this is the Cumberland River
We
then.
can look at all
No,
sorts of stuff around here.
that's the Green River.
Or that's what I mean, the Green River.
Yeah.
We can look at the mine front here.
Elkhorn Mine.
What's it say?
Eagle eyes go.
From above, the huge swaying tipple looks like a small wooden lattice framing the edge of the mine entrance.
Farming guys in the mine entrance.
That's gotta be it.
Old green liver.
There. The roads don't go out here.
Nope. A shadowy figure drags itself out of the lake, stuffs its limbs into a smart blue suit, and trudges slackly out of view. Huh.
That was a weird thing to see.
This is the Green River Lake, not Lake Cumberland.
There's Lake Cumberbatch.
There's a lake.
Man, Julian, you just keep doing this, yeah.
Lake Cumberland.
Yay, haven't found Lake Cumberbatch.
It's over the lake. Somewhere. There.
That looks foresty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Forest. Jeez, he flies the house.
The bird has a steering wheel?
Apparently.
That bird was making it back and forth awfully fast to be going this far.
Act 2, Scene 5. A forest.
Gee, really?
Full of cicadas, of course. They appear to be everywhere now. And blue.
There's Julian. He's an eagle. He's a bald eagle.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest bald eagle. Jeez.
It's okay. Just take it easy.
I'll just close my eyes.
I don't think that's a good idea. Just take some strain off your leg for a minute and then we'll keep going. Why is this delivery so important to you? Oh, middle one.
It's my last delivery.
You retiring or something? Or sorry.
So it's closing up the shop.
Do we?
I'm just not as tough as I used to be.
Well, just rest up for a minute. I bet you're still plenty tough.
How'd you come to be with these people? Nah, I know. You probably met on a farm or something.
Oh, he talks to the dog too.
Bet the lady fixed tractors.
Do you see that too?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's where that was coming from. Hey, it's that house. And now suddenly he's over here.
Yep.
Yeah, this. Oh, wait, here. Just let me stop. No, back a little bit.
Oh, we're walking through
No,
time.
no. Stop. Yeah, you can just like completely hide the houses under the trees.
And we're going forward through time like a comic. Interesting.
Shouldn't be much farther now. I think I see where the settlement ends over there.
These woods go on forever.
No forest goes on forever. At some point, there's always a road or something. A parking lot. Don't act so defeated, okay?
I just need to rest.
We're almost there. Dr. Truman will have a nice couch or something you can rest on, and some medicine or something, I don't know. Blue.
Have you ever been over to the lake? I went there once with my folks. I got in trouble for swimming too far.
close with? Brother or sister? Kids?
Just Lisette's family, I guess.
Yeah? Husband? Bunch of kids?
Her husband Ira and I were friends.
Oh yeah, you mentioned him. Your old boss. Fierce-tempered, hard-working, up by his bootstraps kind of guy, right? Sounds pretty intense. I guess I was always closest with Weaver. As close as someone can be with a girl like that. She was always on her own wavelength, but we were the same age growing up, and everyone else was so busy. When she disappeared, I got pretty angry, and I guess I just stayed that way. I never really understood her, but I knew her. It was lonely without someone like that around. Sorry, you're a good listener. To the dog.
I bet you come from a big family of dogs. Yeah, dogs have big families. I like that. You're always surrounded by family. Sounds nice.
The car was part of the dwellings, really?
Mm-hmm.
Beat house. Here, doctor's house.
I think they ran into this building. That must be it. He's inside, Dr. Truman. Are you coming in?
Sure, I'll come in. Dr. Truman lets me watch TV sometimes. My folks never watch TV, but I like the way it looks.
I like the way it looks too. I fix TVs, you know.
Whoa, cool. A TV scientist. I bet you make a lot of money. My folks had a really nice house. Bigger than any of these houses. But it made them worried all the time. Then the bank took it back. We had to sleep at the bus station, but I could never get to sleep. So I just went out to fly around every night with Julian. We flew really far, and we never got lost. But when we came back in the morning, they were all gone.
They just left you?
I don't think so. All of our stuff was still there. Maybe they got lost somewhere. Let's go see what's on TV.
My parents had a mortgage problem, so I went away with an eagle for a while. Just didn't know it was freaking eagle.
And yeah, I think during that exit interview was when I really realized how badly they had me. But how else can you pay for medical school? I have college friends with debts that you can't expect to pay that back unless you're planning to sell painkillers on the side or something. Or, you know, some kind of administrative thing. I don't know, having seen what arthritis did to my grandmother and my best friend in high school destroy his wrists building synthesizers. I mean, he was like 17. Ailments of the joints and limbs just seem important to me. I hope that answers your question. Getting a scholarship with that pharmaceutical company had a lot of strings attached, but at least I have somewhere to practice, even if I have to follow their market trends a bit. And hey, thanks to all those seminars, I'm an expert on the medical uses of Neripnol TM. It's not so bad. So, how about that leg? What happened exactly? My leg was crushed by falling rocks. Ah, crushing injury. Yeah, those can be pretty bad. Everything gets all compressed and there are a lot of little pieces to... You know what, never mind. Let's take a look. How bad could it be, right?
Thanks, Doctor.
Shards of bone. Very angry tendons with like lots of small cuts in them.
What are they singing about? Going home is what it sounded
Yeah,
like.
they're singing about going home.
I'm thinking about wearing pants.
Yeah, they're singing about their home because they're lost right now. It's a scary song.
It's not scary, it's hopeful.
Dr. Truman's going to help your friend. He'll be okay.
It's the Dr. Truman Show.
Kid looks like he has a mustache or something. Or
I think
maybe
that's
it's a
like
weird-
his nose. Just like,
Like how the hat
Shading
is
over
completely
the-
covered in Blue's eyes.
Uh-huh.
but it's nothing we can't handle. You might have a few things to look out for in the future. Be a bit gentler with the leg or the way you walk, but you'll be okay. I've dealt with similar cases before. So, the anesthetic we'll use is called Noripinol-TM. It's pretty experimental, but it's more appropriate in cases like yours. The way it works is, I'll count backwards from 5 to start the process, and then we'll just have a normal conversation as the Noripinol-TM takes effect. Then I'll get started.
I think this font just didn't have a trademark symbol.
Okay. Here we go. 5, 4,
Oh dear.
3, 2, 1. So let's talk about billing for a moment. The pharmaceutical company I'm contracted with was recently acquired by an energy company that has some different standards for billing and revenue, so it's a bit complex now.
Did that thing where it opens up weirdly again. Yeah. Drake shouldn't do that. And that creepy sound's giving me the creaks.
End of Act 2,
There we go.
I suspect.
Well then.
Oh, you'll still be here next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Though, well, I don't know when I'm going to be in Tulsa, but
Oh, okay.
if it turns out that I'm going to be in Tulsa on Thursday, then we'll just have to finish this before I leave.
Okay. Well, I would like to finish it on the show.
Well, we'll finish it before I leave, and then you can finish it on the show.
Okay. Well,
I don't want to leave it unfinished.
We can make different choices.
yes.
Mhm.
So, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week, next Thursday, with more of this. And before that, we'll be here on Saturday playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So,
Vampire, the subtitle, the subtitle.
yes. Vampire the subtitling. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. It's a pretty fascinating game. I hope y'all were able to read it. I know that it's a rather narrow font being squished a bit, resized over there. So, I don't know how well that carried over, but hopefully our narration made up for that, if it did. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. Good night, everybody.